Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brett Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. We'll see the Spurs and Philadelphia. Tonight, two great backcourts facing off. Brent, how often do you get caught up in a showdown with another guard?
Well, for me, it didn't happen all that much, Kevin, unless I was playing John Barry. Now I got fired up.
I get you.
I think it's amazing when you have these matchups during the regular season and you look at maybe the rhythm of some of these guys coming into the game. Elite point guards, they have the ball in their hands. Sometimes they get caught up in that mano-a-mano duel. And as a two guard or somebody else playing with that player, it's really fun to watch.
You got to check yourself, though, don't you? You got to stay within the bounds.
Oh, there's no doubt that you still want to win the basketball game, but there are moments and minutes where their talent takes over, and that's when the show begins.
Here's Covington, and it's sent back by Aldridge. Right side, Simmons. In transition, here come the Spurs. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. DeRozan's shot is good.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Embiid the screen. Pass to Redick. Back to Simmons. Covington in the corner. Stolen by Gay. Inside. Embiid with the steal. Covington trying to break free. Rebound San Antonio. Murray outside. To the paint. Pass to Aldridge. Rebound by Joel Embiid.
Oh, the D did just enough to keep him from scoring. Thought that was in for sure.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Just an amazing feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor. And watching Robert Covington and how he plays out there. Great 3-and-D guy, the ultimate role player on a team. And he just gels well with his teammates and he doesn't force shots.
Was shot by Redick, no good.
The offense sputtering just a bit here, 1 for 4 in the game.
Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
And 1 for 5 is a tough way to start the game, Kevin. They got to get it going.
Pass to Embiid. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Murray outside. Gay right side. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Brent, for as long as Coach Popovich has been at the top of this game, what really is there left to say?
I don't think there's much more you say on a professional level, but there's a lot to be said about the compassion and the things that Pop has done on a personal level for years behind the scenes, championing guys on his staff, supporting not only current players but former players on his team. The interesting thing for Pop the last couple of years is just how outspoken he's been in terms of the equality, not just around the NBA but around our nation, and some of the statements he's made that have garnered a lot of political attention. Greg Popovich not afraid to express some of the things that maybe deep down we all believe in.
Drains the 19-footer.
This is Rudy Gay's game, outstanding at seizing the initiative and then looking to shoot once he catches the ball.
Pass to Bellinelli. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Down low. Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And Pirtle is so quick at moving to the hoop after the screen. Just awesome mobility rolling to the basket.
And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. San Antonio making a switch here. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first quarter. George, that's good.
Don't underestimate him. He can knock that down.
To the wing on the left. Pass to Pirtle. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That's his first foul. Here's Bellinelli. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, and Bellinelli, very creative, has that ability to get into the heart of the defense.
Here's McConnell to the inside. Muscala hits the bucket. Muscala's got his first points of the night.
No defender is going to have a shot against that kind of play. He's just too tall to stop that close to the rim.
Now here is Pirtle. Over Muscala. Another one falls for San Antonio.
There's no stopping Pirtle when he has the ball in that spot, just abusing the defense down in the paint.
Left side Chandler. Basket good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
The three from Mills. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
The Australian-born Patty Mills, former second-round pick. Who knew Mills would someday win an NBA championship? Well, the Spurs did.
And he nails the third.
Encouraging sign there to see him knock down the free throw.
Doesn't go that time. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's San Antonio leading by 5. And don't go up. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
Well, you just start to wonder, how did we get to this score at the end of one? I think those steals really established momentum in their favor.
Walker's shot is off. Philadelphia trails by 5. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks. The one thing when you watch Patty Mills play, Brent, he is great at anticipating what is about to happen.
Well, it's obviously most noticeable when he's off the ball. A good sense of when to slip a screen or change pace a little bit to get some space. Very natural sense of spacing the floor and being set up for the three-point shot.
Fast break, here we go. And he makes good on the layup. Johnson's got his first points in this one.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true, and here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
Chandler with the steal. Johnson attacking. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Johnson's got his second basket of the night.
And that's just too easy, too big, too far inside, and that's as simple as it gets.
Pass to Mills. From past the arc. That one doesn't go. Now the 76ers take it the other way. And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, there are good fouls, and then there's those fouls. That's not a good one. Limits himself on defense, and he can't nearly be as physical for the rest of the period. Yeah, it's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
Here's Aldridge. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Banked in off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 1.
A super high percentage shot from Aldridge there. Layups work.
here's McConnell. Kicks it out to Johnson. There's the three. Gasol with the rebound. Ball's knocked loose. Chandler with the steal. Pass to McConnell. And stolen by Aldridge. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And then Gay with the dunk.
That's Rudy Gay up off the ground and dunking it down hard. Nice to see that.
Philadelphia trails by 3. And here's Fultz. Something the NBA has tested out in the G League, Brent. Coaches' challenges. What do you think?
I think the idea of making sure that the handkerchief matches the tie is a great idea.
Only you would say that. Only you would say that.
I'm just worried with some of the casual styles in the NBA that it's not going to be accessible. But
I think you're right.
I think it's going to happen, and I think it's going to be interesting for the league. But it's going to happen.
Anything to make these coaches do more, make more decisions.
Make more decisions and make decisions that you know can impact whether or not your team wins the basketball game or loses it, because after a referee makes a determination that you think might be the other way, or they don't look at a replay where you're sure and certain that you could get possession, I'm reaching for the hanky.
The shot's good from Gasol.
Gasol doing a great job, Kevin, working down low in the phone booth and just finding enough room to get that one to go.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. And many thought LaMarcus Aldridge was on a downswing in his career, but boy, were they wrong.
You know, Aldridge silenced a lot of critics with his play last season. I mean, in a league that has very few great low-post players, he demonstrated he's still one of the best. Has so many moves and tricks in his game, and when he gets the ball down low, defense really has very little to do with it.
Both teams will make substitutions. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the wide open shot from Redick. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
Easy to see why J.J. Redick is a guy that everybody talks about as being one of the premier shooters in the NBA.
Now Simmons. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Over Murray. And too long on the shot. San Antonio leading. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That is his first foul of the game.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
Embiid the screen. Saric in the corner. The 76ers with another miss. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That is his first foul of the game. 44 seconds left here in the second. Outside Gasol. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
With Gasol's length, sometimes, Kevin, that can be deceptively quick when you extend out there. The D can't do anything about that catch-and-shoot jumper.
Here's Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Aldridge. And the dunk by Aldridge.
Not just a great shot maker these days. Aldridge can still throw it down on you if you let him get all the way in.
And Simmons slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Gasol, no good.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities.
Oh, he hits it.
Just do that. That is awesome.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. 76ers lead by 1. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Shoots it. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Embiid drives in. And stolen by Murray. It's Gay on the wing. And the rejection by Embiid. And here we go. Saric, the fast break chance. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That'll be his second foul of the game. Pass to Redick. From deep. Nice D from DeRozan.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three. And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, it's like 4 teenagers at home over the summer, just not enough activity. You've gotten your rest. It's time to man up.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass, and a contested three is not your objective. One more, maybe.
Pass to Embiid. And they double up Embiid. And here's Covington, defended by Gasol. From deep three-point range, back to Gay. Aldridge a screen. To the middle. It's stolen by Saric. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Spurs. Pass to Covington. Launches a three. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And they just cannot seem to get it going so far in this half, missing their first 3 shots.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Yeah, D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And the rejection by Embiid. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on J.J.Redick. That's his first foul. Setting up the half-court offense now.
They've got to find a way, not enough ball movement or body movement when they get in the half court.
To the left side wing. Embiid wide open. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And last year, we saw what a full season of Embiid looks like. I mean, scary to think that this is just the beginning of his career. He looks like he can go down as one of the greats to play if he can stay healthy.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's his first foul. And Embiid has already made the jump from star to superstar.
And part of that is his personality. I think his game does speak for itself. Gives you everything you want from a center on both ends of the floor. Effortless athleticism and has incredible skill and touch for a player his size.
It's stolen by DeRozan. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. Right wing. And stolen by McConnell. Pass to Muscala. 76ers moving the ball around. Nifty move. And the shot is good from Johnson. And it's an 8-point 76ers lead.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda. And P.Gasol is really on the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. He's a 2-time champion, international star, nothing left to prove, but still manages to put up points with his sharp approach to the game.
And with P.Gasol, even after almost 2 decades in the league, Greg, he is still a very effective player.
You know, Powell just never seems to get credit for how smart a player he is. When he makes a play on offense, he knows exactly how a defense will react, what will open up, and what the best options are. Kobe knows just how great a teammate Gasol is, and Gasol's knowledge of the game really on an elite level.
P.Gasol, not the same player Brent he once was, but he still knows how to get the job done.
Yeah, 2001 is when it is that P.Gasol came into the NBA as a very slightly built Spaniard for the Memphis Grizzlies, but the skill was on display from the very start. He's had a Hall of Fame career, a two-time champion, and one of the best and most skilled players to play that position in the last 20 years.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And with DeRozan getting traded, he said he felt backstabbed by Raptors management after they said he wouldn't be traded. At the end of the day, people will do what's best for their own position, whether they're a GM or a player. But you better believe they'll love DeRozan in Toronto forever, no matter what jersey he wears.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
And therein lies the trick, discussing ways to be aggressive, but not committing turnovers.
There's 57 seconds left in the third. Pass to Fultz. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And with as much news and worry that Fultz's jump shot has caused, you forget just how deadly he is going at the rim.
Yeah, has no problem cutting through the defense like a hot knife through butter. I tell you, B.Simmons said he hates guarding Fultz in practice, as it is impossible to stay in front of him. Just a very shifty player who uses his great handles to get into the teeth of the defense. If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Yeah, this is where it comes down to really good clock management, and you want to maximize each of your possessions.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Pass to McConnell. Deflects the pass. Mills with the steal. Virginus. Bellinelli gets the bucket. And here are the 76ers now. It's a 3-point game.
And how about the attitude of Fultz? When he's taking it inside, he's aiming to hurt somebody's feelings.
He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we've reached the end of the... All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. The 76ers leading by 5. Right side, Simmons. At the elbow, it's Saric. Outside for Simmons. And stolen by Murray. Here's DeRozan. Rebound by the 76ers. Saric outside. And DeRozan sends it back. From deep, Gay. The shot that time, not on target. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Covington. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Covington's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Philadelphia. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. And that'll be his third foul so far. The 76ers leading by 7. Doubled by Murray. From deep. Covington's shot is off.
That's where I like the shot selection. The defense cannot afford to give up wide open shots. And they dodged the bullet there.
And when Gay is locked in, he's special. An efficient scorer who can effortlessly take over games. And just so frustrating for a team when you collectively go cold at the line. And that's happened to them here in the second half.
To the paint. Here's Sharch. Gay with the block.
Using his length well on defense. Rudy Gay working hard. Swats that one away.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Pass to Embiid. A floater. Rebound by Murray. San Antonio trails by 5. And stolen by Simmons. Embiid with it. Shoots a 3. Sinks the triple. Outside DeRozan. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And J.Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. He told them that for now, they have to back off of the three-point line. He said, we don't have to just shoot threes. Let's get the ball in tight for some high-percentage looks inside the paint. Back to you, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Out to the right wing. A good look from Embiid. And again, it's Philadelphia. Talk about what it means to be a good teammate, Brent. You've played with good ones. You've played with bad ones. I've always thought you were team first when you played.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. There's just an idea about what it is that you can contribute to the team. I think you always have to accentuate those ideals. Your approach on a daily basis has to be consistent. And if you're a starting player, it's one mentality. And if there's somebody that plays off the bench, you have to come to practice every day to put.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, they're just absolutely getting anything and everything that they want out there. They have not let up.
It's Gasol missing. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 13-4 run. That bucket in no time at all. And that's 11 points for J.J.Redick.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Philadelphia.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for B.Simmons.
Really liked the ball movement all night long. He was excellent at setting the table for his guys. Table for 4.
And he's been hitting from out there. Defensively, you're going to have to change some things up.
The classic catch-22 guy right here. If you key in on him, you're going to open up other opportunities for his teammates to have good looks.
And 2 free throws coming up.